Hi there, I'm discussing the adaptations or the different things that horses have that make them so very athletic. Today we're going to look at their circulatory system and their spleen, and Fred's going to help me. In my last video, I actually discussed how the horse has the ability to increase its heart rate by about 8 times during heavy exercise. Why is this so important? Well, blood actually carries oxygen to the muscles and tissues of the horse's body. It's in here that the horse utilizes the oxygen to create energy. Actually, a horse doesn't only increase its heart rate, so it doesn't just pump faster and have the ability to pump faster, it actually also increases the volume of blood that is pumped around the horse's body. Obviously, their lungs have a really big part to play in this as well, but that will be covered in another video. However, the lungs, combined with the blood network around them, as well as the increase in heart rate and the increase in blood volume, actually allows the horse to get a 40% more oxygen around their body when they're exercising than at rest. Oxygen delivery is limited by the amount of oxygen that can be carried in the blood. So what the horses do that is very different to us is they're able to increase the oxygen carrying capacity of their blood through a process called splenic contraction. Now, we all have a spleen. However, the type of spleen that a horse has is called a storage type. It's also the same type that dogs and cats have, other athletic animals. Actually, up to 1/3 of the horse's red blood cells are stored within their spleen. At the beginning of exercise, or even when they anticipate exercise, they can contract that spleen and force those red blood cells out into the bloodstream. This, of course, increases the ability of the blood to carry much more oxygen. So the increase of this blood volume increases to the oxygen carrying capacity as well as the capacity to create energy. So it definitely acts to help the horse's athleticism. Horses can actually live without a spleen, but their athletic ability is dramatically reduced. This is, of course, one of the other athletic qualities that human athletes try to mimic. Obviously, when a horse is excited or predicting that they're going to be active, they will also utilize this splenic contraction. This is interesting, which means some of the results of counting red blood cells can be not as accurate when they're excited. And this also means if you're taking blood from a very calm horse, you're not really going to get a very good measure of their oxygen carrying capacity. So you can see now we're adding to the picture the increased heart rate, the increased blood volume, and this massive amount of red blood cells that get squeezed into the body through the splenic contraction, all are starting to contribute to what makes the horse so athletic.